Some guy I follow on Facebook. He's a solicitor. He's very good, but he hates Donald Trump. Talks about him even more than I do, maybe. Just one of his most recent videos there, he was saying that people were putting comments on his thing asking, why is he always talking about Trump? I mean, why doesn't he talk more about Irish politicians? And he said that when or if Irish politicians sink to the same level of depravity and criminality and being rapists, when they sink to the same level that Trump has done, then he will make videos about those politicians, if and when. In other words, saying that like just Trump is so bad that that's why he's making these videos, and he couldn't understand why people would vote for him. How people could vote for a person who does these terrible things. So that's his view anyway. But I'd like to tell him, maybe, I mean I can only speak for myself here, but why people vote for Trump. And it's because I think anyway all these things that he's talking about, these negative things, are basically a big steaming pile of shite. The rape thing, for example. Okay, what did he say? Grab him by the pussy. He said that with a microphone he didn't know it was recording, and it was done about years, if not decades, before it just happens to magically come out before the election. I mean, I'm sure in the course of my life, every time I've gone out, people were recording me without my knowledge. They'd find some pretty bad things that would make me look very bad. And I could probably say the same about everybody. So that's what that's about. And then you have your one, there's the other case. There's only two. You'd think there were loads of them, but I think there's only two. The one, E. Jean Carroll. Isn't she the one who's the equivalent of like a Harrods in New York? And she said that he raped her. And she won like $90 million, $88 million. And in the trial, she didn't even know not what date it happened, but what year it happened. It was like 1995 or 1996. When does that ever, when does ever anyone ever in a case like that, when they can't even give the year it happened? It's very windy here, so I'm hoping I'm not just recording in vain. And then you have all the other things like your January the 6th. That was a lot of balls. You had your man, who's your man? Wasn't your man Comey, the other FBI guy? It's your man Kash Patel now, but the one before then, the guy with the silver hair. He was asked, like, before Trump was elected the second time, he was asked, were there any FBI agents around on January 6th intermingled with the crowd? And he was like, oh, I don't know, I don't have that information. And it turns out there were tons of FBI agents. Probably as many FBI agents as there were protesters. I don't know, but it was, I think anyone looking at the thing objectively now can say clearly the whole January the 6th insurrection, it was an inside job, definitely. And the reason why it's an inside job, because this guy, Donald Trump, he's threatening to shake everything around. Let's make something so bad that it can't happen. Insurrection, treason. That's that. You have your documents case. And then the thing about New York, the falsifying business records. They literally changed the law. Statute of limitations was outside. That happened so long ago, but like, let's change the law so that we can get them. And then all you see on the cover news is like rape, crime, but there's lots of stuff going on under the cover. I'm just going to walk back here because it's going to be windy right there. And I'm probably even just recording in vain anyway. So yeah, so basically why people would vote for Donald Trump, they can see, I think, that all these rape, crime, blah blah blah. The really salient point of all that is that it's more these institutions. They can see that it's more the case that these institutions are all working together, be it the law, the media, politics, to reach a certain goal. And that's it. They just loosely have an objective, and like an immune system, I suppose. They just want to keep anyone that threatens the nice cozy nest out. So, I suppose in response to your man's thing there, why would anyone vote for a reprobate criminal rapist like Donald Trump? That's it, really. They just see it differently, I suppose.